Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, I think it's time I address the elephant in the room. It's something I said that I would do yesterday. I'm just sort of trying to find the time and to gather my thoughts on it. And that, of course, is the Russell Brand situation. And it's a very difficult putting yourself in a position. Let's put it this way. To put myself in one position, I will not do. Because I don't have the data. I don't have the facts. I don't know what's going on. Because truth can often be lies. Lies can be true. Everything is subjective. And of course you have to look at ulterior motives. Now let me categorically state one thing. If Russell Brand has done the things he is accused of, then I absolutely stand with the people making the accusations, and he needs to be investigated and, if necessarily, charged, tried and imprisoned. However, and this is where it gets complicated, it seems that it's been an awful long time in coming. These things are going back nearly 20 years. And all of a sudden they're coming out now. And we have to ask, why now? Now again, going back to the other way, I understand, and I do fully understand, that when certain things have happened of this nature, the victims often retreat into themselves. There's often victim blaming by the victims. And in order to deal with some of the things they do, they wipe them from their mind. They move on. They live their lives. And they live their lives as though these things have not happened. And then many years later, they finally come to terms with things and go and address the problem. However, and I accept that. However, again, and going back onto the Russell Brand side, it seems odd that these women have suddenly arrived at this revelation that they're all of a sudden, all together, all at once, going to come out and admit these things happened, but are not doing so by going to the police, but instead think it's more appropriate to go to the press. Okay, it's without the facts, I can't come down whether he's an innocent or guilty man. Well, in fact, I can come down because he has not yet been tried, and so he is innocent. And these people are going to the press. Now, this is a man who admitted by himself he's had major, major problems, and who's turned his life around, and he left out and walked away from a toxic relationship. He's walked into a new, presumably loving relationship. He's become grounded. He's changed his life. And he started a YouTube channel, much like my own, which pushes truth. And he tells it as it is. And then all of a sudden, now that he's got this huge, huge following, and a lot of people are listening to him, are listening to his version of the truth, is it that the authorities don't like it? And that they've somehow managed to create this? Or is it that he knew that these things were going to come out and he's used his time to cultivate a huge following so that he could shield himself and use this following to shield himself from the truth? Do you see? It's wheels within wheels within wheels. It's like it's Inception, isn't it? Is it a game within a game within a game within a game? It's very, very complex. I'm tending to come down slightly, and I'm not going to come down firmly. It is very tentative. I'm very slightly coming down on the Russell Brand side. He's never, ever denied the things he's done. And he has changed his life. And he has started telling the truth. He was a massive lefty. And he's moved very much to the centre. And he's starting to call out people on both sides of the political sphere. He's starting to point out the truth that we are effectively in a one-party state, even though they're claiming to have many parties, but they're all different sides of the one-party state. We're all being massively controlled. These are things that I firmly believe as well. And so I've got to be careful that I'm not allowing my view of the world, my political view, because it is aligned with him, to be subjected to him, you know. And it's very difficult. So I'm not coming down either for or against firmly, but I'm going to say it's 51-49 on Brand's side. But if he is guilty, if he does turn out that he has done the things he does, then yes, he's got to go to prison. He's got to do and face the music. But I just think it is so very, very suspicious at this time. And it's something I think that everybody must consider all sides before they make any kind of firm decision. It is immensely complex, isn't it? It's immensely complex. But I wouldn't put it past any totalitarian state to destroy someone because he's telling the truth. They can't get him. They can't get him on the lies because he's not telling lies. And so when you can't destroy the message, you destroy the messenger. And that, I think, is what they're doing. And I think that by doing so, they're playing a very dangerous game, because if it does come out, and remember, the truth always comes out one way or another. And if this happens and the truth comes out that he is in fact innocent and that this has been a plot, then it will utterly destroy the establishment. It will utterly destroy all faith in the media, and every paper, TV channel, everything that's cancelling him, castigating him, will pay the price. Anyway, that's where we are. That's what my view is. Let me know in the comments, please, if you think Russell Brand is being targeted, or if you think no smoke without fire and that he is probably guilty. Tell me your views. I think it'd be very interesting to get a straw poll, because a lot of you who watch me, and I claim to be the one that sits here, and I don't claim to be clever, I don't claim to be knowledgeable, I just claim to try and tell the truth as I see it. And a lot of you agree with me, and I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very humbled by it. But I think 51-49 on the Brand side. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will owe him no loyalty. I owe him no loyalty, but I just think there's enough there. Anyway, I shall stop. I look forward to reading your comments. And if you disagree with me, that's absolutely fine. That's the whole point. Thank you. Until the next video, goodbye.